Good morning. My name is Silvio Canuto. I am the Research Dean of the University of São Paulo. I have to thank Professor Sam Myers, Amalia Almada, the entire organizing committee, as well as the leaders and members of the Planetary Health Alliance. We have seen the discussion of very important topics related to the health of our planet. I am so delighted, amazed, and excited for what I have seen in this meeting that I will take it home. Thank you. Brazil is a continental and wonderful country with friendly people and very rich in natural resources, with great natural and ethnical diversity, and includes most part of the Amazon. That brings some pride, but also an enormous sense of responsibility. The University of São Paulo is conscious of the responsibility, and indeed some important groups are studying different topics involved in planetary health. These groups are still unlinked from one another and from other important groups in the country. They look at pieces, important pieces, but is still in need of an amalgam. This combined force towards the common and of respecting, preserving, and recuperating our land, our home planet, is now timely. With all this in mind, we applied to host the next meeting in Brazil at the University of São Paulo. It is thus with a mixture of great emotion and also responsibility that we see our proposal come true. I would like to invite you all to continue this endeavor in the University of São Paulo in Brazil in 2021. Thank you very much.
We have 2 short videos now. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm very, very happy that we have been chosen by the steering committee to host the next PHA meeting. Thank you so much for the steering committee and all involved. I have had the privilege of attending the 3 PHA meetings so far. And I promise we will do our best to provide you a meeting as inspiring, as good as the previous ones, including this one. Hosting it in Brazil will be an opportunity to engage you more with our country's issues, researchers, and practitioners. I trust we will be able to bring even more people from the Global South to the meeting, starting with our neighbors from Latin America, from Africa across the Atlantic, and from all over. It will also be an excellent opportunity to engage our local community, as Professor Silvio said. Many of them already work on planetary health. They just don't know. And it's important to join efforts to face our common challenges. We have created a planetary health group at USP at the university, with colleagues from many parts of Brazil, including around 13 Brazilians which are here today. I would like to mention Roberto and Rodrigo, Nicole, Henrique. Will you stand up, please? Are part of our group. Thank you. And also we count on the support from Sam Myers and Chris Golden. Thank you for being part of the group as well. In preparation for the meeting, I'd love to help you connect with the group and work together. The meeting will be held at the University of São Paulo, in the city of São Paulo, Brazil's financial and cultural capital, a vibrant city with a wonderful gastronomy. That's always helps. It's directly connected to by the major airlines to most capitals in Europe, Americas, and many cities in Africa and Asia. Currency exchange rate is very good for many of you, so no excuses. Brazil's people is very friendly, and I'm sure you'll feel at home. So start packing your stuff for the next meeting. Welcome to Brazil, to São Paulo, and to the university. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're about ready to start, but I wanted to share one more thing with you before we do. One of my personal heroes in science and planetary health is someone that I was able to reach out to through Keith Martin from the Consortium of Universities in Global Health. And I was very pleased that we received this week a video from her. Jane Goodall is I think, an extraordinary force for science, for the environment, and to engage citizenry. So we asked her for a 3 to 5 minute video on her thoughts about planetary health. Somewhat to my surprise, she sent 28 minutes. But thanks to our talented editing staff, we have it down to 4. And so I'd like to share that with you. I'd also like to mention that the full 28 minutes, it's really quite, it is chapter and verse on planetary health and very interesting. So if you'd like to see the whole thing, we will show it at lunchtime, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But could you please start the video?
Hello, this is Jane Goodall. I think everyone will agree that we're going through very dark times, socially, politically, and environmentally. When I began studying chimpanzees in Tanzania's Gombe National Park in the 60s and early 70s, I was able to spend hours out in the rainforest, and I learned about the interrelationship of all living things, how every species, no matter how small, had some role to play in the great scheme, and how even the loss of one species could have a ripple effect that would lead to total ecosystem collapse. It's happened again and again. We're living in the 6th great extinction. Animal and plant species are disappearing locally or totally at a terrifying rate. And it was Mahatma Gandhi who said, "The planet can provide for human need, but not human greed." it's because people feel helpless and hopeless that they don't take action. And they feel, well, what can I do as one individual? And if it was just one individual, it wouldn't make any difference. But when it's hundreds and thousands and millions of people all trying to make a difference, then we start to see major change. And it's my greatest reason for hope. Wherever I go, there are young people with shining eyes wanting to tell Dr. Jane what they've been doing or what they're doing or what they're planning to do to make the world a better place. It's not that young people can change the world, they are changing the world. I have 3 other main reasons for hope. First of all, there's the human brain. And although we haven't used it wisely, it is something that distinguishes us from other animals, and we're beginning to wake up. People are beginning to make innovative technologies that will help us to lead lives in greater harmony with Mother Nature. And in our own individual lives, we're beginning to think how we can make a lighter ecological footprint. So the human brain is a great asset if we use it wisely, And my next reason for hope is the resilience of nature. I know so many places that were utterly destroyed, and it looked as though Mother Nature could never reclaim them, but give them time and perhaps some help, and once again they can support life. Once again they can become beautiful. Once again they can absorb CO2 and give out oxygen. And animals on the brink of extinction can be given another chance. I wrote a whole book about it. And then finally, there's the indomitable human spirit, the people who tackle what seems impossible and won't give up. I meet these people who started incredible projects where they were told it was going to be impossible. And sometimes a person dies before their dream is realized, but they've inspired others to carry on after them. And this is my great hope for the future. Each and every one of us has that same indomitable spirit. We don't all let it free. We don't let it out into the world. We keep it inside ourselves. We don't have faith in ourselves. But if we all take action, then indeed, at least we can slow down climate change. At least we can give Mother Nature a chance. So, thank you.